Okay guys, we're back here at the building table here. What we got here is the F-4E 70mm version. It's the Nitro plane's latest version of the F-4E. This is the Blue Angels model. So let's go straight ahead and open up the box and see what we got inside. This is a ready to fly model. So as usual, we got the instruction manual here. This is the same company that made the L39, so the instruction manuals are better than they usually are. It has a lot of pictures demonstrating in there. We're going to keep on moving here. We got the canopy here, nice little canopy, Blue Angels color scheme. We got the fuselage here. Go ahead and take this out the bag for you. So as you guys can see, this thing is much bigger than the latest model they had before. Looks like this comes off here. It's held on with magnets. As you can see, got a speed controller there, a BEC already built in. Everything's easy accessible. Put this back on here. Sit this down. Got the wings here. The wings are large. It even has the same design as the L39. On the wheels, instead of you having to screw them in there, they just kind of flip open there. You can just slide the wheel in there, so it's easy access to get to the wheels. Don't have to do the screwdriver thing. The hands are already pre-installed for you. Got the other wing here. Everything's looking good. Nothing's damaged or broken here. Got the Forge Cell 2200 milliamp battery, 25C, 20C 4-cell battery there. And we got the transmitter here. The last transmitter they had, this is much better. You got a throttle just like it was a DX6 remote. I don't know about the range, but the buttons definitely feel nice and strong here. It's got a buddy box cord here in the back also. Put that back in the box. And we got the hardware here. We got the wheels. And that looks about to be it. And glue. Even comes with his glue. But I'll be using epoxy here. So now I'm going to take a moment here and set up my table, get my pins out, get my epoxy pre-mix and everything. We're going to go ahead and assemble this real quick. I'm kind of excited to get out there and fly this. By this version being a little bit bigger than what the first one I had was. Thought it would be nice and easy to see in the sky. So let's get the table set up and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so we back here. I got the epoxy pre-mixed. Got my parts laid out here. Another neat thing I found out is with the wings, you know, usually you have to cut these out the bag or tear them out the bag. But it comes in a Ziploc bag now. Makes it easy to get in there without having to worry about damaging the wing, pulling it out. Slides right out real easy. Great job. Everything's going. They're stepping up to their plate on as these models come out more and more. So I got my epoxy here pre-mixed already. So what I'm going to do is start with the nose cone here. Go ahead and throw me a little epoxy here. Got my pins out. Throw me a little epoxy around here. Got the nose there. Make sure it's nice and straight. Get me a pin to poke through here with a little pressure to hold it in place. 1 and 2. Got that done here. Reach back here for the stabilizer here. Poke me a couple of holes in here so that epoxy sinks into the foam. Smear a little bit on this side. Got a little spillage right there. I want to get that off as soon as possible before it hardens on me. Give it a little pressure there. Throw me a pan, make sure it doesn't shift around on me. So we know we got a good bond going on in there. One more back here. Okay, so I'll flip it around and we'll do the wings. Lather it up. Smear it on there. Remember not to put too much. You don't want it to overlap and smear out. You want to look good at the flying field. You want to look real neat and clean. So we're going to go ahead and slap that in there. Press it tight. Do the pin thing here also, holding it together. Do the other side. It looks like we'll be done with the epoxy area. Much faster than the smaller guys. Poke some more holes in here. Make sure the epoxy sinks in there. Pin 2. Spin it around here one time. Make me a double look, make sure everything's locked in there. There we have it. F-4E almost ready to fly here. Even though it's a ready to fly model, you can see it took me about 5 minutes here to even get all this together. Epoxy everything. We're going to let this dry now. Set it back down. Let it dry. So let's let it dry, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as it dries. I'll put the wheels on. Got my battery charging right here behind me. So we're moving along. Everything's looking good. The plane is, the size of it is looking good. It's going to be very visible in the air. So there we have it, the epoxy area of the F-4E.